was like with trans people and stuff, and I was like, well, we should point that hatred at Nazis, not trans people and
Big
immigrants.
Bunny,
But
real
that
quick,
wouldn't work anymore.
Bunny.
How about we just point
I'm gonna
hatred
answer
at
your DM
extremism
now.
on both sides?
Yes, we can do that.
Because extremism
it's getting
doesn't
taken
exist on
over
both
by
sides in the same way.
The shit
Not
stain
by a
room.
long shot.
Okay, cool.
Extremism
But, yeah,
doesn't exist on both
fuck
sides
that
in the
guy,
same
he's
way.
a sexist.
Yeah. Temp visas
Sexist
are good in
and
Antonia.
sexist and
Racist. He's just an ist. You know
Racist
What are you, an
what?
English
The problem
teacher?
is
What are you, an
he's a
English
ist.
teacher space?
No, I'm just saying there are multiple ists or isms that
Yeah,
we can apply to
he is an
infinite.
ist. He's a ist. He's the cyst of an ist.
There you go.
You know, basically, I'm sure he'll make a dung beetle very happy someday. Very lucky dung beetle. Because he's such a huge pile of shit.
You know, he has a girl and a kid, right?
Oh no.
He says
so
that.
sad.
I don't know if that's
Please
true.
say that the kid isn't a girl. That would make it so much worse.
I mean,
no,
if it's a
and
boy,
no,
he's just
even
if it's a
better
boy,
if
he's
it's
just
a
gonna
boy.
raise
If it's a
another
boy,
one of
but
his
he's
own.
raising a sexist pig. Oh my god, it's bad either way.
I'm curious, are Infinite and Javon like buddy? Like, do they beat their kids together, I wonder?
Ew.
I think
Are they
Jesus
really?
Christ.
I don't think we should be
friends?
talking about people's kids.
No, I was talking about how it was a comment about how Javon
I did.
was advocating for beating your kids as a way of discipline.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just
So it was a
really
comment
concerned
about Javon.
anyone that's within his oikos, anyone that's in his vicinity. Especially those that might like be at risk. Like I wouldn't keep him around women, children, elderly.
Like Star, your point would make sense if only currency was synonymous to value, right? But it doesn't. And there are countries out there that are being like flushed and flooded with American dollars, but they're actually getting poorer. Right? They're getting poorer. It's getting worse for them.
I
think
agree
it's
that sometimes
also about
America goes and actually destroys economies when it's trying to help. One example of that would be like the Tom's shoes, right? Of buy a pair of shoes and you can give a pair of shoes away for free to this third world country, and basically it was putting out businesses, local businesses that sell shoes out of business.
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
at the end of the day, yes, America does practice brain drain. We definitely do go and say our country has amazing stuff. So if you're into science and medical and stuff like that, then come here. We want you, right? Like kind of like the NFL or any sports team where they're trying to get the best members or whatever. But at the end of the day, the United States also is one third of medical research. It comes from the United States. So, like your drugs that the world gets, it comes from the United States.
Okay,
Okay,
dude.
and so there
I
is
want to
that.
push up
And
a little bit.
again, people send money back to their countries to educate their family members, lifting their family members up. Now you have more
doesn't actually
teachers,
help.
more doctors, more
It doesn't actually
scientists.
help you.
Yeah, like I want to talk about
that's all over now.
yeah.
That's all.
Okay,
That's all
so
over now.
it's also about like my country has a brain drain from like what you're talking, so it's really affecting some country that like you have that so much like research and everything because you didn't like you know support other you only benefit your and it's fair but to say like this has like nothing and like it's okay to like brain drain some country is you know it's ignorant and like
Which country are you in, Echo? I think I've
I'm
told me before. I
Thai.
forgot.
I'm Thai people and so many smart Thai people that like study in the like higher go to like other countries because they can have like more like money and we didn't have like we create some expertise we the doctor doesn't enough in Thailand because people dying because they didn't have enough doctor. Evenly we produce like doctor like so much like very much like 20% of kids go to like doctor and but doesn't that enough because they go to like other country when they like finish and it's really effective brain drain is really like bad thing for some country like yeah
what Echo is saying is true for a lot of areas in the world because of the lax immigration policies that the West is I think it's deliberate actually because they're Western countries are very smart in that they understand that like if they silo all of the wealth in the West, then the rest of the world has no chance in actually combating them, right? But that's not really an idea. But that's a really like ironically they cloud it in the language of it being less racist, but it's actually quite racist. That's what I'm saying. and
it's
so
racist to bring as many people as we can over here that's smart.
Stars Fire, just a quick second. Flabbergasted, Dark Karl Marx, VP is unmuted. He has sent his evidence, so whenever this conversation is done, I think he wants to talk to you guys.
Yeah. Well, like
I'll
perhaps
check here in a second.
well, like perhaps like if we are going to seek this universal community of man, right? This this non-racist community of man, perhaps the richer nations should actually go to poorer nations and help them develop their productive capabilities, right, in their areas
So
instead of siloing wealth and talent in the West.
Newtonia, what happens when the United States goes and sticks its fingers in other countries' pots?
Well, like it could be done in a manner that is respectful towards the sovereignty of other nations, but I agree the West and the US has done it in a very like domineering and imperialistic manner in the past, but it doesn't mean like it can't be done in a very beneficent and benevolent manner.
It's also, I think, a little important to point out that some of these things are happening not only because of imperialism, but also because of the fact that some countries, like some people, if you have the resources in a country that's not developing as far or hasn't developed as far as another country, and you have the opportunity to go to that country, make more money, live a higher quality of life, you have the opportunity to do that, and you have the means to be able to get there to improve your life, then you're generally going to take that, regardless of the propaganda that country puts out or anything like that. Like there have been elements where there have been times the US has engaged in like actively like siphoning off people intentionally, and then there's been times where the US has just benefited from the fact that people are like, hey, they pay really good there, even if they're going to treat me a little bit like shit because I'm brown.
Well, like ironically, if again like you being, well, I'm not accusing you as a immoral person, Flipper, right? Like, so maybe I should stay away from these you statements, but like being for the norm, right? The status quo, and the status quo is just like, hey, like we're not really forcing these kinds of transfers of talent and labor to the West. All we're doing is just showing them the inherent superiority of our economies and how
That's not what I said, though.
No, Flavor. Like and how in the West you get a lot more money for the talents and labor that you can exhibit in compared to your home country, right?
Okay.
And
Newtonia.
can I please just finish my point? Like,
Mhm.
and all I'm saying is like, yeah, that's the status quo now. But perhaps in a bid towards charity and in a bid towards not being racist or not intending to be racist, we could actually say, hey, right, it's actually horrible towards your own people, towards your predominantly brown kinsmen, for you to leave their communities and make use of your talents in a predominantly white or predominantly Western society. Perhaps it's better if you're a doctor, right? You stay in Thailand, you help cure Thai people, and then you also train the next generation of Thai doctors. I think that's and that's going to help them develop more.
Newtonia, first of all, you need to keep in mind what Flabbergasted is saying is if the country is crappy enough and someone wants to leave, and to go somewhere else.
That's not what I said
because
either.
where they have more opportunities, and maybe he didn't use the word crappy. I am. Okay, and you have the smarts, you have the wits. To claim that the country that accepts them is racist for that is a bit much. Now, I happen to live in Southern California. We have quite a few people that are immigrate. There's a reason Trump goes and sends ICE into California. There's quite a few immigrants here. And I've met plenty of immigrants, and all of them have family back home. And most of them send money back to their family. It's kind of a thing that they do. So it's not that they forgot about their families or they just gave up on their kinsmen, or whatever. They saw the opportunities. For example, do you have NASA? In how many countries have a space program?
Well,
Right?
like
So
perhaps
there are going to be engineers from
I
all
have
over the world that want to work with or be somehow a part of that industry.
yeah.
From software to, I don't know, making freaking bolts. It doesn't,
Mm,
like, they all want to be part of that.
yeah.
Okay.
And what I'm trying to say.
And to go and
Okay.
be like, oh no, like you have to create a space program in this nation that doesn't have one is a bit much.
And what I'm trying to
no,
say
but
is like,
so many
oh,
cases they
okay.
have the place, they have the research, but they don't have the people. They don't have sometime know-how, sometime the resource, and it can be like co-working, like with NASA and with like the organize in your country, but they don't do that. They take the smartness people of your country and and what we have is less, and we can outcome with dollar or something that even we have like good like facility infrastructure in my country, but Thai baht doesn't have value like dollar. So in the same work, in the same amount of work, in like the same
Yeah.
environment that you can live a life like the same, but you
Yeah.
go to like your other place that have more currency value to get benefit from that. It's not just about like, oh my God, like this country is crap and like they don't want to live here. It's also about like the currency value that we can outcome with that. We can
Yeah.
outcomplete it.
Well, so there's a
Yeah.
very specific reason that I didn't say that the countries are crap or anything like that. And it's because at the end of the day, it's not about
Mm.
a country being crap or anything like that, because that
Yes.
can also be a very much a matter of perspective. And some people
Yeah.
are willing to stay in their home country if there's struggles, if they see a purpose in it and a value in it. And I
Of course.
think there's kind of a little bit of a problem here in the sense that like what you're doing effectively, Newtonia and Echo, a little bit, mostly Newtonia. Echo, if you agree with them, then you as well. I don't want to put you in a corner, but it's you're blaming the country that these people are deciding to go to for the fact that these people aren't staying in their home country, right? These people are deciding to leave their home country for a reason. And generally speaking, it's because they see a better life for themselves and their family in that other country. Now, if that's true, right, then the way to address that is not by blaming the other country. It's by saying, how do we address this at home so people aren't encouraged to leave and go somewhere else?
Yes, I
and that's something that countries struggle to do sometimes.
Yeah,
And it
I
is
agree.
hard to do that when you're behind. But at the end, there was a point in time when America was not the leader in science and technology. And it's
Yeah.
because we made America a space that was good for science and technology that made scientists want to come here. We fostered that environment. And
Yes.
that took time. Before
Yes.
that, it was Europe. And now it's starting to not be America again. It's going to be Europe again. People are going to start leaving America to go to Europe. Right now, there's a lot of people who are thinking about leaving America because despite how good some of the economic benefits is, it's not so great living under a rising fascist society, right? So like, do we then, if I decide to move to China, which is actually potentially something that may end up happening depending on how shitty things get at some point, if that's something I decide to do we blame China for the fact that they're engaging in brain drain now? Or is that America's fault for fucking up so bad that I decided to leave? It's more nuanced than just saying, "Oh, America's stealing people," because that's an exaggeration. And I know you didn't say stealing, but like the fact that America is like
I wrote down stealing.
brainwashing people to want to move here is
Yeah,
I do want to.
Newtonia, that's my
Can I
issue
just
is
please?
we're
Okay,
damned if we do, we're damned if we don't,
Please,
and
please,
somehow
please.
we're
Can I just?
racist if we accept
Can,
people.
can I just please because Starspire spoke, Echo spoke, Flabbergaster spoke. Can I then speak? Can you give me a time to speak? I just want to also I understand what you're saying, Flabbergaster. Like you're saying, well, it's not in the intention of these countries to actually, procure and silo all of these talent into the West, right? Of
that's
course,
not what I said either.
Oh,
And just like the last time, you kind of tried to summarize my position. Maybe you're not maybe I'm not communicating my position very well, or maybe you're not understanding it. One of those two. I'm not gonna try and place blame.
If that's the case, then I'll just put a pin on that. Then I just want to dive tail to what Echo said, which is that even the influx of currency into these countries as as some sort of return for the talent and
That's not what Echo said either. You're strawmanning him too.
Can I just please just finish my point then, if that's the case? If it's a straw
Sure,
man,
but
then
please don't say what Echo said and then not say what Echo said. That's weird.
okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, if it's wrong, then Echo can correct me. But I'm just gonna say this piece, right? Even the influx of currency, right? Like for example, a Thai doctor goes to the U.S. and they remit a lot of money into Thailand. Right? What it does, it has an effect. Its effect is it's going to grow the wealth inequality in Thailand. And what's gonna happen is that the Thai bint, or I forgot the local currency in Thailand, it's going
Thai
to
baht.
it's a Thai baht. Sorry, I can't pronounce it. It will naturally be worth less compared to the American dollars that are being flooded in and being used to procure goods by some select segments of Thai society. And because of that, the wealth inequality explodes, and society therefore becomes less and less.
Yeah, because we have a
yeah.
culture. If you have enough to go out of my country,
Yeah, and they
then you
leave.
go. In some high society, they think that, and it was we do, and some high society think we just they have enough to send children and just want them to come back and do the work in Thailand. But that is really elite thing. The middle class that are really working resource for the country, white collar resource for the country are going to other country. So
Yeah,
that is
and
the
it's sad.
problem.
Yeah, and it's sad because ironically, it's like a system that feeds itself, right? like once the first generation of Thai talent goes to the U.S. and remits money into Thai society, it what it does is that it explodes wealth inequality, and this creates impetus for those who are receiving money from their Thai parents in other countries to make use of the money that they receive to then earn American dollars. So they are encouraged to even leave their country more, right? And because of that, there's a continual brain drain that cannot actually be resolved, right? Unless, of course, the American government says, as a charity towards Thailand, not only are we going to prevent your skilled workers from coming here, but we will actually help them develop Thailand, right? We will go and coordinate with you guys and make sure that Thai doctors can offer good care and that they're being provided commensurate value that is relative, that's proportionate towards towards the level of development in Thailand.
How?
Here's the issue, though. Why is the United States' responsibility to go and stabilize Thailand and its government and its medical care? And because, the United States, we're damned if we do and we're damned if we don't. If we help, we're yelled at. If we don't help, we're yelled at. You're telling us that we are responsible for, and we're using Thailand as a place marker. So I'm sorry, Sweet Pea, we're not trying to just turn it into your country or whatever, but like go and be like, oh, we have to go in there and rescue other nations from themselves because their people are coming to us?
No, it's
No,
not
I
that.
didn't say
There's
that.
a little bit of a problem there of, do you want us to get involved or don't you? Do you want us to police the world or don't you? And if people come to our country, do you want us to keep them out or let them in? Which way do you want it? You can't have
Wait,
it
wait.
both ways and tell us we're wrong each way.
My point is I agree on like if every country like keep the the right to them to their our like citizen about like white collar like access, if you want to be a white collar you need to be citizen. It's gonna set the I think world setting that now your country depend on your really development of education system or like something, but
So you
it's
want
really on your people.
You want one country to detriment itself, so that
No.
way your country does better. Now, I don't get me wrong.
It's
Like,
the
I
same way that
actually,
you think about your country. Like
well, no,
you
but I
can
don't.
take
I
our
don't think.
brain.
I
So
don't think. I
it's the
don't
same
think that
thing.
about my country. I don't think that about my country. I actually think that I have a lot of problems the way that businesses operate in other countries and a lot of that stuff. Like, I'm fucking not in defense of American capitalism here by any stretch of the imagination, but not being in defense of capitalism doesn't mean that the solution is for America to take an approach that detriments itself for your benefit, right? That's not necessarily the same thing.
Agree.
So at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, right, a company that is making a profit as a result of utilizing like workers and actually my whole issue doesn't even come with immigration. Like, I actually don't think immigration is the problem at all. As a matter of fact, things like this idea that your country is sending younger kids to America for education, that the elite people are sending, and you're getting that, actually increases the outcomes of your society. When you send people from your country where to places with generally better education systems, and I don't know enough about Thailand. I'm not speaking about Thailand specifically here. So if this isn't true about Thailand, realize I'm not trying to
Okay, I
denigrate
know.
Thailand. But if they're sending them, the perception is like, you're going to get a better education, you're going to be more marketable, you're going to be a more skilled worker if we send you to schools outside of this country. You will go there, and a lot of those kids, some of them will stay, yes, but a lot of them, the majority of them, are actually going to be coming back to your country to bring
A lot of black dudes would be really jealous.
Dude, I was not gonna come in here until I started seeing this dude put these dusty, dirty ass shoes on there. The
That's
only
what I was
good
waiting
pair of
for.
shoes this
Infinite to
motherfucker
check out
even
his shoe collection.
has are these
That's what I
fucking.
was
He
waiting
had
for.
one pair of 19 LeBron lows that look good, the red and black ones. The rest of them By the way, I'm a sneakerhead, and if I go pull out my shoe collection, it's gonna make your penis look small. So I won't even do it to you. But the only pair of good-looking shoes this motherfucker had was that one pair of 19 LeBron lows, the red and black ones. The rest of them all look like they've been wore for 20 fucking years. And this motherfucker talking about he make $100,000 a year. Why you got a window unit back there, dog? Hey, why you got a window unit back there? What?
With the apartment.
What? Why you got a window unit, homie? Why you got sheets over your goddamn fucking windows?
Oh, that's the Canadian way. It gets very cold up here.
Hey, I wasn't even gonna come in here and bust your shit, dog, till I seen them raggedy ass shoes you pulled out, and I seen how bent they were, dog. I'll go take a picture of what I wear daily. What I wear, not what's in the box. What I wear daily. Don't even have no bends like that, dog. You don't even got no protectors on the bottom of them motherfuckers. You pulling out regular ass fucking shoes trying to show them off on here, dog. I'm talking about you got the fucking red and black. You got the Jordan fucking colorways on the 19 lows, dog. I got the whole fucking collection of goddamn Toon Squad on the 19 lows. Like
That's awesome.
Still don't
you
get how
trying
much
to
you
pull
guys
out some
fucking love
shoes,
your
dog?
shoes and
What
shit.
the
You guys strike me as the kind who would like hit a mud puddle and take their boots
This
off
man
to
pulled
walk
out
through it
dirty
because
ass fucking shoes. You think I'm a sneakerhead, dog? You think I can't tell what I'm looking at? You think I can't tell how dusty them motherfucking shoes are? I was in another server on mute. I
Why are
fucking
you
seen them
muted?
shoes, and I had
Why
to
are
come
you
in here.
muted over there?